Hey, what's going on, guys? So it's Mac here from Easy RGH Mods or Easy Customs, and I hope you guys are having a great night. And if you're not, I hope that it gets better. That just sounded really cringy, but anyway, um, I've been getting a lot of people asking me, which RGH should I buy? Should I do a send-in? Do you do send-ins? All of these questions. So I'm basically just going to wrap this whole video, up all into one and going through which RGH you should buy. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the basics. You are going to need your basic RGH. Now, any RGH, whether it's a Jasper, Phat, Falcon, Phat, a Opus, Cypher, whatever RGH, Slim, Trinity, Corona, anything. Whatever RGH you buy, it can do the same as any RGH. Okay? A lot of people ask me, this one guy said, oh, a Falcon RGH doesn't play GTA 5 that well. Okay, don't listen to anybody, and I'm gonna say this right now. Your friends who are, they don't know anything about RGHs, don't listen to them, because you're gonna get bad information, and you're gonna be left out in the blue, and you're gonna be like, oh, well, this guy's telling me this, but he's my friend, but then a seller's telling me this. Okay, listen to the seller. Now, I know we might say, oh, you really shouldn't do that. Listen to the seller, because 99.9% he's going to know what he's talking about, because he's sold either multiple consoles or a couple, but he knows what the hell he's talking about. Okay, so get out all the bad information. Talk to a seller. There's at least about 100 sellers out there who are selling RGHs. They know what they're talking about. Find the seller that you want to buy from, okay? Do your research, talk to people, figure out his prices. As you can see, you could just go to my website and you can figure out my prices. We're going to be getting our payment system set up very soon. I know we've been having a invalid request at the time. That is because our payment processor is not working at the moment. We are only taking invoices at the moment. You can message me. If you have a debit card, message me, and we'll get the invoice sent out to you. Anyway, going back, figure out the price, figure out the seller's prices, and whether he's legitimate or not. I can tell you guys this immediately, don't harp on the seller for proof. If you have talked to people and have discussed things about him and you know that he is legitimate, don't harp him for proof, okay? Number one, if you say, I want to see pictures of the console, but he has an Instagram basically having all of his consoles out there, don't ask him for it, because there you go, there's this proof. And it kind of pisses me off when people are like, can I see the console? Well, okay, number one, I have to actually make the console first. Like, I have to put the LEDs inside of it. I have to preload it, Why would I show you a console that hasn't even been made yet? That's basically just a retail until you purchase it, then I work on the console, okay? So get that established, figure out what questions you want to ask them. Will it come with XX menu? Will it come with dash launch, preloaded LEDs, customizations? Ask them all of those questions, okay? Next, which console should you buy? Basically, any console that floats your boat. If you're looking for an older one, don't want to spend that much money, you're kind of on a tight budget, go with the Phat RGH customized. You guys can get it on my website, easyrghmods.co. And what you guys can do, you guys can get a Phat RGH. I know what you're saying, a Phat RGH, well, what's the difference? It's an older console, but it works just the same as a Slim. There's nothing different. I'm gonna repeat myself. There is absolutely nothing different that any RGH cannot do. Establish that. Whatever console it is, whatever fat RGH, whether it's a Falcon, RGH 2, 1.2, 1, 2.0, whatever it is, they can all do the same thing. They all have the modified NAND that can do the same thing. XX menu, play a server, and whatnot. People do not get that, but it can. Okay. Next. Fat RGHs are good. I personally like them. I would recommend a Jasper or a Falcon. Now I know Falcons aren't popular mostly because they're just not, I guess. You know, there can be some problems with them. But personally, I just go with a Jasper or Falcon. Falcons are okay, Jaspers are like beat my dick off for it, okay? Anyway, so you guys can go with the Jasper. But again, there's some things that you're gonna need with the Jasper. You guys are gonna need a hard drive, okay? I'm gonna establish this now. You guys will always need a hard drive. Whatever it is, get a hard drive with the console. Now, this isn't a marketing technique, what I'm saying. Or yeah, you must get a hard drive. If you guys don't get a hard drive, you're not going to be able to have XX menu. Well, you can have XX menu, but you're going to need to have, I think, what is it? 204 megabytes of flash memory. I mean, with the slim, if it's a 4 gigabyte, you could put XX menu, but you won't be able to do much because you can't store any files onto the memory unit because that's reserved for, you know, profiles and whatnot. XX menu can go in there because it's a game, but no other games can be transferred onto there if you get XX menu without a hard drive and it goes into the flash memory. Okay, next. So get a hard drive. I cannot stress that enough. Now usually if you buy a FAT, you guys are going to need a power brick or an HDMI. You know, if you don't have a FAT power brick, you guys would need to buy one, okay? So, you know, buy a power supply or power brick, whatever you want to call it. And that's just something that, you know, you really got to do if you do not have a power brick, okay? Going over the specifications of a FAT, they are older and they tend to, I would say, break if you do not put good circulation, you know, if you're putting it under your bed or if you're putting it into a closed compartment. That is going to be very bad for a FAT console, okay? There's only about 4 or 3 vents. One going that way, one going this way, and then there's 2 in the back. Okay, so that's 3 or 4, whatever you want to say. That's only 3 vents, okay? I mean, a slim has about 3 vents, but they're very they're very circulated. I mean, here, let's see here if I can't get this really quick. Okay, I'm just gonna look at an image really quick, okay? So, so this right here is an inside of a fat Xbox. I mean, this right here is a really old one. It's a Xenon. But if you look at this right here is a terrible system. And there's basically no airflow, you know, it's very constrained, very tight. They collect a lot of dust because of all the open space and it's not being filtered. You know, the vents, they don't really do much besides, you know, take the heat out of that. So, you know, it's a very bad system, so you may not get as much usage out of a FAT as you should. But if you buy a, you know, if you get like a 12, well, basically, I put like an 8, like 100% fan speed on my on my fats because I want the fans to be spinning rapidly because I don't want it to overheat. Most sellers will do that, some sellers do not. So fats in the long run, they may last you or they may not depending on the airflow. Okay, so that right there covers the fats. Now let's get on to the slims. If I didn't cover anything, if I didn't cover something, leave it in the comments and I'll discuss it there. Okay, so next, going on to your slims. Okay, your slims are your newer consoles. Actually, hold on, let's just go here to slims. Okay, actually, hold on 1 second, I'm trying to find this. There we go. Okay, so your slims, they're newer consoles. They're good. I personally love them. I never really have any troubles with them. They're less prone. They are less prone to red rings, and I would just say they're better off for a user who doesn't want to be fiddling with a lot of things. It does come with wireless capability, so you don't have to buy a an internet code with it. You know, if you buy a phat, it's not gonna come with a wireless card. You're gonna have to purchase that yourself, or grab an Ethernet cable and plug it into the back of your modem, or an outlet that can plug into a whatever it is, an Ethernet. Okay, so slims, it's basically gonna be the same thing. Everything's gonna be the same. You know, if you don't have a slim power brick, get a slim power brick. If you don't have a hard drive, get a hard drive. And it's basically just going to be a repeat. Now, red ringing, hold on. Open. Actually, I have a couple of pictures, but okay. Anyway, 1 second, I'm just trying to find an open picture. Okay. So, the slim here, this right here is actually a Trinity. I'll get into that a little bit more. So, the airflow is really good for slims. That's what makes them last a lot longer. And I would just say they're better off with performance. You know, there's really nothing different besides the motherboards and how they're shaped. But they all do the same thing, like I said. And now going on to the Trinity and slims. The Trinities and Coronas. And I get this question asked a lot. Should I buy a, I'm trying to think, sorry guys, it's pretty late, so should I buy a Corona or a Trinity? Now, you guys can request whether you want to buy a Trinity or a Corona. I'll usually throw whatever I have at you, okay? I really don't care. It's there, it's there. Personally, I like Coronas. Now, I know what you're saying, Coronas are bad. I like Coronas. The only reason why is because they are, they're an updated version of the Xbox, models. They, are, I would have to say, better off with, crap, I cannot think today, okay, sorry. Let's just say that, you know, they're cleaner and they are more efficient, in my opinion. The updating part of it is not going to be as easy, but since I myself know how you know, this crap works, it's pretty easy for me. You know, you just take a dump of your NAND. I just put it into JRunner, update it, boom, boom, boom. There you go. Simple NAND flash, or I flash my NAND. People don't like Coronas because of their boot times and their updating capabilities are a bit hard. Now, the person who sold you the console or the Corona, and if it doesn't have good boot times, basically they screwed you over. Well, not really screwed you over, but they basically didn't know how to tweak the boot times, okay? So, clearly, that's one of the reasons why you might not like Coronas. But if you know how to, if you know how to update it, which there's tons of YouTube videos, updating a Corona is not going to be hard. People are very misinformed on how to update Corona, and that's why a lot of people complain about Coronas. Trinities, in my opinion, I like them. They're easy to install, you know, the glitch chip and whatnot, so I don't really have problems with doing. So, all in all, which console would I buy personally? Well, I would most likely, for a new user, to go on my website or from any other seller and buy a 60 GB hard drive or a 120. In my opinion, I'd buy a 250. I mean, heck, why not? So I'd buy a 250 and screw it, a week of Ninja, because, again, I'm going to get into stealth. Actually, not again. I'm going to get into stealth really quick. Stealth protects your KV. Ninja is probably the best. I recommend you guys buying it. Because if you guys want to get online, if you want to start modding, like, immediately, go with Ninja. If you're going to get a rented server, or, Project Honest or server, or whatever it is, you know, your KV is going to be lasting an hour or a couple days, and you're not going to really see the good things about modding, because all you're going to be caring about is buying KVs and trying to make money, and then you end up going broke and saying, oh, I can't even get online. But with Ninja, I mean, you're basically just going to be online flying. The only thing you're going to be paying is stealth. You're not going to be paying for stealth and KVs, okay? I mean, my stealth right now has been lasting 4 months. And I bought like a bunch of time on Ninja. I don't really play Xbox, but I started my RGH, and I haven't been banned yet. And the reason why is because of Ninja. Ninja is the best, and yeah, you know, there's some controversy on the owner of it who's making thousands, but I'm not really gonna get into that. But anyway, finishing it up, I would say that, you know, Slims are good. I love them. Phats, you know, they can be a bit of a fiddle. But anyway, hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope you guys are liking the nighttime uploads. I personally am doing nighttime uploads because the day is just kind of too hard to fit in. I got consoles to work on. I got all this crap. Yeah. Okay. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. I hit 10K on Instagram. I'll be doing a giveaway soon when I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm thinking about doing a cutout, RGH. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be spectacular. Okay, guys. Hope you guys have a great day. I sorted out some confusion. If I didn't, please leave a comment. I will gladly help you guys out. Okay. Anyway, and peace out.